festive, aren't we? Yes, we are. So Christmassy. Has everyone got the Christmas trees up? Have you? Have you? Have you? Oh, all right. Not the police. Yes, we have. Can you believe some people are so stupid they ordered a tree too big to fit through their front door? Yeah, never tell them that. Yeah, Teresa, really. Measure. The Theresa May did put a little decoration on top of that tree. Yeah. I imagine she enjoyed ramming that branch up its arse. Now, did you all enjoy your office Christmas parties? Did you? I don't remember. Now, look, I hope you remembered the golden rule. The golden rule, ladies and gentlemen, don't have sex in the office. Don't. That's not romantic. Wait till you're somewhere, you know, nice and cosy, and when the mood takes you, you can pop upstairs. Yeah. Ding, ding. Room for a small one. Hey, let's get some guests on! Later, we'll have music performer keen frontman Tom Chaplin. Yes, he'll be performing his new single Midnight Mass, our true Christmas treat. But first, no Christmas is complete without this man's festive food and cheer. Here to talk about his 20th cookbook, please welcome the award-winning chef and restaurateur, Jamie Oliver! Hello, sir. Lovely to see you. Very smart. Jamie Oliver. She's gone from soap star to Doctor Who companion. Now she stars as the Queen herself in the hit series Victoria. Please welcome Jenna Coleman. I think it's full length. Proper Christmas dress. It's very nice. Jenna. And he's one of the world's biggest movie stars and one of our favourite guests on the show. It's always a pleasure to welcome the great Will Smith. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas!
Yay!
Merry Christmas! I almost wore that same jacket.
Really? Oh,
it would have been so embarrassing. So embarrassing.
You'd have worn it better, I think. Oh, you look Christmassy. And actually, the two of you look like you're going to do something together because your tie matches your dress.
We are performing tonight.
Yeah, blendy.
Like, I look like the driver. we all headed tonight.
Welcome all. So you all ready for Christmas?
Yes, I'm very ready.
Excited, I can't believe it.
Presents
lying.
And food and stuff.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we could talk about Christmas for hours, but I'm distracted by the makings of a cocktail.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie Oliver.
What's a cocktail at Christmas, everyone?
Yeah!
Cocktail?
I like a cocktail.
Shall I?
Yes, please. Now, what have you brought us?
OK, well, I like to give Britain a little tip every now and again, so you need to find yourself a sheath, right? Now, this is a...
Just a minute. Hold on. I don't know if I want that drink.
Okay. If you go to the really posh cocktail bars, you get these incredible ice cubes that they hand carve. Oh, no. We go get a water bomb, right? And we just split it, and we peel it off, and we get a lovely round... Look, bear with me. This is what they do in the posh places. Then we're going to make a Christmas Negroni.
I love this.
I think of myself as a Christmas Negroni.
Only you could have said that. I couldn't go away with that one. So Negroni, I want you to think of it as medicine, right?
Okay.
If you've got... Every one of us has someone a bit boring, a bit sort of dodgy come into the Christmas party. There's always one. So then what you do is you take this Negroni, a.k.a. medicine...
Medicine.
Right? And it turns people that are a bit problematic and boring into interesting people.
What's gonna happen?
So a Negroni is 20...
What's Jamie trying to say?
I know, right? And he's pouring 3 drinks.
This is 20 mils of Campari, 20 mils of vermouth rosso, which we've scented with a little cinnamon and Christmas fare.
Yes.
And then we have a little gin, a little bit of clementine to get you going. Are you ready for this?
I'm like, come on, man.
Now, once you sip this, if you don't become more interested, I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay.
So go on.
Okay.
Lovely.
Take one, pass it down. It's like school.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, we have four. We have four.
We have
Okay.
four, yes.
No, we're all there.
Cheers. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. This is a bit.
everyone.
This is a bit like A Christmas Carol, and we are Scrooge, because like Merry Christmas,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
It's like 600 Tiny Tims.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Oh, that is
Oh,
delicious.
come, the world's changing.
Hold on. I'll be the judge of whether or not it's delicious.
No, I like that. It has just enough Christmas in it.
Here's the thing. No, that's very good. That's great. You want to sit? You want to sit? Hold on.
Here we go.
I drank from this side, so you can drink from that side. You can drink from the other side. You got this.
no.
You can see what you think.
Is this like feeding a gremlin after midnight?
How's that? That's good. That's good. That's not too bad. I'm not mad at that.
No, it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it? It's nice.
Yeah, that's good. No, I'm not mad at that.
So now we've got our Christmas cocktail. yeah. A Christmas to remember.
Yeah.
That was the Christmas And Jenna Coleman, you have almost turned into a Christmas tradition in yourself, in that you did the Doctor Who Christmas specials, then Death of Pemberley, which is on Christmas, and now this year you've got the Victoria Christmas special.
Yeah.
So is it like weird because you're at home? Does everyone have to stop and watch you on telly?
I think my family thought this year was going to be a break. And then they announced the Christmas special.
And do you watch it, or do you kind of just Sky Plus it and then come back to it?
My grandma will always watch it unless Wimbledon's on, and then I get Sky Plus all of the time. And then we usually go like 50-50, so you kind of get like the drunk games room and then like my grandparents watching the telly.
Aww.
Or it gets to like the heat of the moment and like, you know, like Matt Smith was about to die on Doctor Who, and then suddenly my niece Millie will like do a little dance like in front of the telly.
Out of the way.
I'm going to put this down
I can hold that for you, darling.
Yeah.
It's absolutely delicious, but I'm so scared what might happen. There we go.
No, actually, it's hitting me already. I'm like,
Is it?
I'm like, girl, that's a pretty dress you got. That got a little kick to it.
Yeah.
No, it's a glow. It makes everyone nicer.
Now, let's start with our first Christmas treat. Will Smith's movie Bright. Now, this started streaming today on Netflix. It's one of those films, it's like nothing you've seen before. It is just when genres collide.
Yes.
But you've got a very good way of describing it to people.
Yeah, Bright is it's out today. That's right. Yeah, okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So, what the hell are you all doing here? It's sort of, imagine Training Day. If you saw Training Day, so it's like a gritty LA cop drama. So it's like Training Day meets Lord of the Rings, right?
Now, it sounds like he's making that up.
No, that's like, they're like, oh, Will's stupid. No, but it's imagine that Lord of the Rings was 4,000 years ago, but all of the creatures came forward into modern day. So it's a modern day, like rough LA cop drama, but there's orcs and there's fairies and there's elves and as if they had come into society. So it's a really it's essentially about racism, right? So it's a really interesting, bizarre, fun action
really is,
way.
because it does take about kind of 5-10 minutes to get your head around it. And then then once you're in it, because the world is so complete.
Yes, it's really bizarre. Joel Edgerton is he plays an orc. And he's the first orc on the Los Angeles Police Department.
What's an orc?
An orc.
What is it?
Oh, come on, everybody knows what an orc is, Jamie.
Now, having said that, I do know what orcs are, but I don't. What is an orc? See, Jenna doesn't know either.
I don't know what an orc is.
It's the thing that Joel Edgerton is in the movie. Put the picture.
Well,
There it is. That's an orc.
That's an orc.
That's an orc. That's an orc.
but a lot of them have bigger teeth. You'll see.
Yes.
And weirdly, it is directed by David Ayer, who wrote Training Day.
Yeah, so he wrote Training Day. He did Suicide Squad, so he's into that, you know, really weird stuff. It's a whole lot better than I'm sounding right now, trust me.
Here's a clip to kind of demonstrate what we're talking about. And this is you and Joel Edgerton, your orc partner, preparing for a shootout.
I'm running out of patience, Officer Ward.
Let's give him the wand. What? Look, we're gonna get everybody in here killed, and then he's gonna take the damn wand anyway.
I'm not giving that guy the wand. Over my dead body. He's gonna have to kill me first.
So you wanna die in a gunfight, in a nasty-ass titty bar. I wanna die. Let's do it right now. We're gonna titty bar gunfight die. Let's do it right here, right now. You ready? I just wish your dumb ass was a better shot. Let's go. On 3. 1.
Let's do it.
2. 3.
Ooh. I'm sure you are wearing some makeup in this film.
I know, yeah.
But Joel Edgerton's wearing a lot.
It was terrible. Joel Edgerton, he had 4 hours a day in makeup.
Wow.
He had 4 hours, so he would do 4 hours, and then I'd show up like this. You know, so he would have the 4 hours, and I'd come on set, and I'm like, hey, all right, Joel, what's up? He's like, mm-mm. No. So, yeah, I mean, I felt bad taking most of the money. Yeah.
You've got so many movies in the pipeline, lots of things coming out. But I noticed still no sign of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot that everyone wants.
Yeah!
They do!
Man.
Make it for them!
I'd have to be Uncle Phil in that one. Like, I'd have to be 50, you know?
Well,
like, come on, Aunt Viv, I'm 50. I can't go out on my own.
No, you did, but then you did drive. You drove the fans wild because you posted this. So how did this happen? Did you bump into them, or like was it a reunion? What was
so
it?
every year, Karen has a charitable event, and she hosts a lunch with the cast of The Fresh Prince. So we do that every year, and it'll be 10 or 12 people from around the world that have won this lunch. So that's in Los Angeles, and the people flew in, and we have the lunch with the fans who gave the most to charity.
And you mentioned you would play Uncle Phil. A weird thing happened. You, I think you were in Africa and you bungee jumped.
A bungee jumped, yes.
Okay. Some people filmed this and then you filmed the rest. So here you are.
Yeah, a bungee jump.
So there you go. And then you're filming it yourself on like a GoPro or something.
GoPro, yeah.
And then people notice that if you freeze frame it at a certain point, you look remarkably like the late great James Avery.
It's crazy, right?
Yes!
Yeah.
You're never bungee jumping again.
Yeah. It's all the blood rushing to my head. But that's really, like, who's going through it frame by frame? I didn't see that.
I love it. Jenna Coleman's Christmas treat for us is Victoria, a Christmas special. And it goes out on ITV on Christmas Day at 9 p.m. And it's sort of perfect because so much of kind of our Christmas came from Victoria, that period.
Yeah, from Albert, really. So it's before the Christmas tree was even in England. Wow. And so there's a lot of, like, why on earth would you bring a forest into your home for Christmas?
It is an odd thing, but it's
lovely.
It is
an odd thing. Yeah, it's and before Christmas cards were invented, so you kind of see Christmas becoming the Christmas as we now know it.
Got it.
So you get that side of it. You get kind of how Victoria they created Christmas, but then there's also this, so this is true. The story about her adopting the child. Yeah.
It's so Victoria got an unexpected Christmas gift, which was a young girl called Sarah Forbes. Who was going to be sacrificed and then got sent over to Victoria. And as a gift, and Victoria decided to educate her.
Where was it? From Africa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, King Gezo.
King Gezo.
Of Dahomey.
So
he's going to sacrifice her and then thought, oh no, Victoria would love this.
I mean, it was unexpected.
That's so difficult to wrap.
There is a line where at first she thinks it's going to be a baby elephant, and then she arrives into the room and there's a complete confusion because you're giving me a little girl, and develops this amazing relationship with this young girl throughout her entire life, and educates her. She becomes part of the court.
Did you know this story?
No.
I've never heard this story.
Never heard this story.
Extraordinary. Well, we're going to watch a clip. So this is you and the girl, and is there anything else you need to tell us about this?
You didn't sacrifice her, though, right?
No.
Because I'm not going to watch that.
No. She lived a happy life.
Well,
Merry Christmas.
Here you all are in a very Christmassy scene.
Okay, let's go, Betsy. What do we call? Victoria, do you know that my mother, she taught me how to skate? Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Perhaps one day we could teach Vicky ourselves.
Harriet, may I?
No, thank you.
You coming?
Would you like to try skating with Sarah?
No, thank you, Your Majesty.
But it's quite safe. Promise.
Victoria, hurry! We are waiting.
I'm going to stay here with Sarah. Would you like to build a snowman?
A snowman.
I'll show you.
Yeah. But actually, that does get exciting, yeah. And presumably you didn't film this in winter.
No. I mean, you see, because I apparently do a lot of Christmas specials, I'm in Christmas for like 6 months of the year. I've been in Christmas since July. Snow business.
Yeah, really.
And it's really hard to improvise in Victorian language about a snowman, I discovered.
Yeah. Yes, making small talk about that. But the thing is, you just went from school to Emmerdale.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't go to drama school in between.
No.
No, straight in.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing.
Because it is one of those weird jobs where people kind of think, oh,
Yeah.
well, you learn it and then say it.
Yeah.
And that's the end of it. But there's a lot of technical stuff.
Yeah, there's like, find your light.
Yeah.
Be like...
Yeah, that's really, find my light.
Or didn't you had a problem with marks as well, hitting a mark.
I could never hit a mark because I am a good multitasker, but you know when you have to kind of like throw in a prop and I'm totally lost.
Yeah.
But it would always be like hit your mark. And I did a couple of days on Captain America, and it was like the first film that I'd ever done, and it was all like really big. And obviously the setups are massive. And all I remember is I'd obviously not hit my mark, and I just remember feeling someone like slap the bottom of my leg.
Move over.
Count to your
Get
mark.
over. You in my mark, girl. That's my mark. Move.
What was the thing on Doctor Who when it was another actor? It was his first. I think it was his first job.
Oh yeah. So it was his first job out of drama school, and you know what a sausage is, right?
A sausage?
Yeah, like a.
You notice she didn't ask me.
Jealous.
So it was like 11 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
Do you call it something different in
We
America?
probably call it something... I mean, unless it's like meat, then
Okay.
we probably call it something
There's
different.
obviously a big confusion somewhere.
Yeah.
But, so we call marks that are raised here a sausage.
Yep, we don't say that in the
No.
States.
So it's called a sausage mark.
Yeah, just don't do
A
that.
sausage
No.
mark. Now, we call them raised marks.
Interesting. So anyway, it was this poor guy's first day, and it was like 11 o'clock, and I was like, we were setting up a shot, and I was like, can I get a sausage, please? And I paid no attention, and then someone came and brought a mark, and this guy was like, oh, I'm so relieved. He was like, I literally thought it was like 11 o'clock in time for, like, Jenna's morning sausage snack.
Like being a diva. Sausage!
Sausage! Oh,
Sausage,
man,
please.
listen, that girl don't get her 11 o'clock sausage. We ain't gonna shoot nothing today.
And Jimmy Oliver, you were kind of... famously, you were kind of plucked from obscurity. You were just a sous chef, and then you got your own series. But now, I don't think I knew this. So Series 1 didn't go that well.
Well, not the series. The programme one. Don't write me whole series off. Well, yeah, it was the first time I actually never wanted to be on telly, so we did the first show, and it was terrible. It was really, really bad. And That was me before my face grew into my lips, all right? Basically, it was really bad. And I think... and it's an interesting lesson to be learnt about mistakes or failure or however you want to look at it, because then we went back, we had to rebudget the programmes, and actually that's when I started to look off camera, talk to the director, have a conversation, be myself, cut the music to the music in my record collection and be at home, and that was all, and then be a bit more documentary about it. So really, if it hadn't been for that massive, terrible programme that you have never and will never see...
But it must exist somewhere. Has it not been on YouTube?
There's probably some in the archives, but I just got a feeling that it was shot on tape, which is terrible and it's aged badly. And also, there's been a fire at the production company that owned it, so I don't know.
Started.
If I'm lucky... But, you know, I'm the same as, like, with the words and the sort of lingo that goes with filming. They used to shout, "Speed!" And I used to go, what is this drug problem, mate? Check the gate. We haven't got a gate.
Now, here's the thing. Fresh Prince, that was your very first acting job. You've never acted before.
Never acted.
So presumably you're doing that thing of just learning on set.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that was... I was very, very focused on being successful. So I learned the entire script and I learned everybody else's line and I knew everything about it. And if you watch like the first 4 or 5 episodes, you can see I'm mouthing the other people's lines.
No way.
Yeah, so I'd be like, and like you said, no way, I'd be like, and I was like, oh my God. But it's like nobody noticed because psychologically you're looking at the person who's talking, but it's terrible. Like I can't bear to watch.
It makes me want to go back and watch them now.
Yeah.
But going even further back, before the acting, before Fresh Prince, there was music.
There was music, yes.
And I was going through my record collection only the other day.
Oh, no.
And,
tragedy.
And
no.
This is...
Wow.
Unbelievably, this is 30 years old.
That is 30 years old.
This is 30 years old.
Wow.
DJ Jazzy Jess and Fresh Prince. How old is Will Smith here?
Yeah, I was 18 in that picture.
Wow.
And, like, look at my face. Like, what am I trying to accomplish? Like, I'm looking like...
I tell you what, you want your 11 o'clock sausage, that's what you need.
Because didn't you had a hit record while you were still in high school?
In high school, yeah. The single from this album is called "Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble."
Yeah.
And it's not true. It's not true. But it was the single that came out, and the last month I was in high school, so I was a senior and had a record out for probably about 30 days. That is too much power for one man to have.
Didn't they play it at your prom?
Yeah, it was. That's awkward though. Like when you're in a place and like DJs think that's cool. Like if you come in and they put your song on, it just makes you just look stupid because you can't be like, whoa. You know, so then you got to be like, yeah, and everybody's looking at you like, is he gonna sing? Is he gonna sing? And it's like, it's an awkward moment. DJs shouldn't do that.
Oh, very good. Now, Jamie Oliver's latest. It's 5 ingredients, quick and easy food. It's out now.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
Yes.
It's the fastest selling book I've ever done, and that just means it's resonating. And I am shocked at how the young kids have got into it, because it's kind of like cooking by numbers. It's sort of like making Lego or something, you know? And actually, I even got not jumped on, but I got complimented by an 80-year-old woman the other day, just saying, and she was clearly a good cook, just saying that she was using it, and her shopping was easier because it's less stuff to buy and all that stuff. So, yeah.
And okay, so obviously you could have made it 6 ingredients.
Yeah.
Or maybe you could have made it 4.
I wrote it for 4 originally.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I kind of, you get back and you look at sort of 75... writing a book's quite an emotional thing for me for lots of strange reasons. It's quite a thing. And I'd done a good job on 4, but then I didn't feel I was giving the British public what they needed, which was a bit of magic. So the 5th is the magic number. You can give a little bit of a spank, a little bit of a bit of a polish.
Look at this.
Whoa, you had a little flip of the wrist. Yeah.
But look how carefully it is like look. There's your 5 ingredients. That's all you need. Boom, 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 ba-doom.
Yeah.
It's so clever.
And that's the 11 o'clock sausage right down the bottom there.
Yes.
A little bit of chorizo in there. Yeah.
It's smoky. And I have to say, I have overheard people talking about this book. People who never think in a million years would be buying a cookbook, but everyone just believes 5 ingredients. Surely I could do that.
I think it's in tune with the public now and the way we work and we live now. And
have a look.
I think have a look.
It's delicious. I mean, not the book.
You look so handsome.
Thank you very much. Photoshop.
Will Smith, do you cook? Would you ever sit down and cook? No.
I do now. If you get only 5 ingredients, I can do this.
Jenna, do you cook?
No.
Exactly.
I'm a haphazard cook.
Hey, if you have to say I 4 times, No, you don't.
Yeah.
Can you sign this for me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I haven't got a pen, but I can do blood.
Okay. For Will Smith. Actually, I'm good. I'll take you.
And by the way, we should mention Jamie's other holiday fare is the latest edition of Jamie and Jimmy's Friday Night Feast.
Yes.
It continues next Friday on Channel 4 at 8 p.m.
Woo!
So before,
Oh, sorry.
And what we're talking about, let's have a look at a clip. Here we go.
You only have to do this, like, once or twice a year. You can make a batch and freeze it.
Yeah?
And then when you come back from a gig, a few prawns.
You think I'm going to do this when I get home?
I hope so. It's never going to happen, is it?
No. I'll be doing this. Hello, is that the Thai takeaway?
Yeah. 4 lemongrass. And for that, we're going to give it a little spank.
Did you just spank the lemongrass?
Yes, I did.
It's the name of my new band, actually.
Not a lot of cooking.
There was a little...
And you do film it. You film at the end of Southend Pier.
Yeah, it's a mile and a quarter out of sea. You know, you guys are coming in next year. Thanks for confirming that. But it's,
you do get great guests, though.
We do get great guests, but it's historically, it's always been people that are real foodies. That's why they would come out, you know, because it's an hour outside of London. But it's a different interview. It's a different vibe. To cook with someone's quite a precious thing, and you're just tuning into sort of memories, moments. And we had a really nice mix of actors and singers and all sorts. But this year I did get Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
And that was a moment for me because obviously he was a big part of my childhood.
Yeah.
And look, you are a proper Star Wars fan.
I am a proper, as is Jimmy. So we were kind of fighting. We were trying to get the lines in, and steal each other's lines to ask the question. But and it was the most brilliant and one of the hardest interviews I've ever done. Because he's got so many stories. Yeah. So, like, you're just tangenting all over the place. And me and Jim were trying to bring him back, but it wasn't happening. But it was great.
And it's like you can't get a word in edgewise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Now, if you think Jamie Oliver's exaggerating about how much of a fan he is of Star Wars, here's a picture. And this is you. This is Jamie taking a couple of his kids to school.
Oh, yes.
And that's a proper... That's not your...
But just look how proud Poppy and Daisy are. They're like... So the thing is, it's tough being a teenage dad. I'm trying to get better at it. And I went to parents' evening and stop being embarrassing. And I'm only breathing. So after that, I'm trying to calibrate my embarrassingness, and that I felt was appropriate.
And this is your proper... Like, that's not a...
No, I bought that.
Yeah.
That's from Pinewood Studios, legit mould, massive chuffing around the growler, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, honestly, credit to the real stormtroopers, because when you run with that, there's chafing.
There's strafing, yeah.
And
in America, you'd have been shot and killed wearing that.
But you do, when you wear that, you do feel powerful.
Really?
Yeah?
Like,
yeah,
what do you feel like you could do?
Because
like,
I went, literally, like, a minute after that, I just walked out into the street and just stopped a bus. And then, but also, the hilarious thing is the bus driver's a similar age, and he's like, I'm stopping. That's not normal. And then I go, and he opens the door. It even sounds right. Have you had any problems with the rebellion? He went, move on.
But science fiction fans are... They're different breed of fan. And you know this, Jenna. I mean, after Doctor Who, they always own you. I mean, you will always be a part of that world for them. Do you still go to the conventions and the Comic-Cons and things?
Yeah, or even, you know, just around London, and then someone will be sat next to you and you just hear this faint dun 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 dun. It's a whole world I didn't know existed before Doctor Who.
And didn't you have to sign somebody's underwear?
Oh, yeah. No, well, I was asked to.
Oh, you refused?
Yeah, they said bigger on the inside.
It's a TARDIS reference. Have you ever seen Doctor Who?
No, I have not.
It's bigger on the inside.
Okay, got it. It's a line. All right. I was like, well, that's not fun. I get it.
Now, talking of science fiction classics, it is a year of anniversaries. 20 years since the original Men in Black.
Oh, wow.
Really? I know.
20 years, wow.
I know, but in my head, yeah, that's a new movie. I know. It's like, that's a new one, yeah.
That is great. Like, when people say lines to you, it's like people, you shouldn't do that. Like, just for the fans, we should, like, help. Like, don't walk up to people and say the line from the movie. Because it's like, people walk up, hey, Will, I'll make this look good. I'm like, that's not how that line goes. And, like, it's just awkward. Yeah, man, only 73,000 people said that to me in the lab. Yeah, it's just like, it just creates awkward moments.
We won't do that. Cancel that idea. We're not doing that. I didn't realise, so Steven Spielberg, he produced it.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg produced the Men in Blacks.
And so the two of you would go to screenings of this film?
Well, no, that was like that was one of my, I was brand new, I'm making movies, I'm excited. And so they have what's called test screenings, where they'll show the movie to people before it comes out. So I'm going, and it's my first test screening for Men in Black, I'm excited. And we're in the back, and I'm like, hey, come on, we got to go in and get a seat. And Steven said, no, you don't get to go in. I was like, no, I want to see the movie, I want to sit right in the center. And he said, no, it's a test screening. The audience can't know you're here. If they know you're here, it'll, like, skew their opinion. They'll, like, clap different. They'll do, like, so they can't know you're here. After the movie starts, we'll let it get started, and then we'll go in and sit in the back row. I was like, who wants to sit in the back row of a movie? Those people back there are pissed right now. Right? It's like, but he said, and we sat, and I watched Men in Black with Steven Spielberg, and he explained the movements of the backs of people's heads. He was like, you can learn everything you need to know from the backs of people's heads watching the movie. And we sat, and now I can only sit in the back of the movie theater. So, it's like you get, this is the best. This is going to be awkward, but
okay,
you can shoot the back. Can you
shoot the back of my head?
You can watch.
There must be some camera that
right, so there's this one. Right? And this is the dreaded. And then there's this one. Yeah, you hate that one. You hate that one. And this is the Holy Grail. This is the Holy Grail. Right? When you have them riveted. And this is the bottom. This is the absolute bottom. That's the one. You don't want that. That's the one when it's all bad. That's when it's all bad.
Well, listen, it is time to be our musical guest. It is.
Yes.
He rose to fame as the lead singer of British pop rock band Keane. Now he brings us a solo Christmas album. Here performing the single Midnight Mass. Please welcome Tom Chaplin.
Down every road we come, through driving snow we come, all running on empty, but still dying to make it home. In spite of everything, to simple truths we cling, to follow the guiding you faithful friends. Glory to the bitter end. We're coming up to midnight. Sing hallelujah. You come on, all you faithful, believe. Let's sing it out for Christmas Eve. 'Cause it's coming up to midnight. Sing hallelujah. Hallelujah. Step and shake off the snow, safe in the fire glow. Raise up our voices, send them echoing on and on. You come on, all you faithful friends. Glory to the bitter end. We're coming up to midnight. Sing hallelujah. You come on, all you faithful, believe. Let's sing it out for Christmas Eve. 'Cause it's coming up to midnight. Sing down every road we come through driving snow.
Beautiful! Tom Chaplin, thank you so much to the choir. And come on over, Tom. Beautiful. So Christmassy. Thank you so much. Let me see you. Merry Christmas. Say hi to everybody. Jamie, Jenna, Will. You all shove up a bit. There we go. Very good. That is gorgeous. Midnight Mass, and that is off the Christmas album.
Oh, yes.
The 12 Tales of Christmas. Now, this is unusual because it's your second solo album, and you've gone straight to Christmas. Well, because, you know...
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
you obviously love Christmas.
I do love Christmas. I found it very inspiring to write about, actually. I mean, it's not your conventional Christmas album. I ended up writing a lot about death.
Yes. Yeah. I can imagine, yeah.
Nice and positive.
Yeah. People like to hold on till Christmas.
But, I mean, I think Christmas does bring... It's time of reflection, so it brings up all sorts of feelings for us. Obviously, people that we might have lost along the way, but also joy and despair and drunkenness and anger and crying on the stairs.
Yes.
No, I get that. I get that.
Crappy presents we didn't want. Now, talking of Christmas, Tom Chaplin, what was the thing? So 1 year, you got a turkey that was too... How would a turkey be too big?
Well, we only had a few of us round, and we left it to the last minute, so we ended up being the idiots going into the supermarket on Christmas Eve, and there was one turkey left that was for, like, 18 to 20 people. We cooked it up, and obviously there was loads left. And my wife, bear in mind, was a vegetarian, strict vegetarian at the time. So she claimed she didn't want to eat it. But then, so we cooked it. No one... It didn't get finished. It got put in the fridge out in the shed. And then I went back there a few days later, and most of it was gone. And I was thinking, well, where's it gone? And then I discovered my wife suddenly become a meat eater, claiming that she didn't want to, murder this animal in vain. But actually, it was just greed, really.
And has she stuck
Merry Christmas. It's kind of like going black. You never go back.
Thank you, Tom, for putting us in such a Christmassy mood. It was really, really lovely, and good luck with the album.
Thank you.
Tom Chaplin, everybody. Thank you. Okay. That's nearly it. Before we go, it's time for a visit to the big red chair. Hello.
Hi there, gang.
Hey. Yeah. No. Exactly. No. Not tonight. Not tonight. Not that attitude. Not in here.
Not in the mood.
Not in Graham's house.
No.
Not in Graham's house.
It's not children's television.
Yeah. What was he thinking?
Okay, let's have another one. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What's your name?
Marsha.
Marsha, lovely. And what do you do, Marsha?
Nothing.
Okay. Everyone wants to sit next to Marsha at dinner. Have you ever done anything, Marsha?
I have.
You have? Okay. What did you used to do?
I have taught exercise.
Oh, yes.
And I've done makeup.
Yes.
Raised children.
Yes.
Cooked.
Yes.
What more do you want?
Well, I mean, that is a full life.
That's a full life. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it still doesn't explain why you do nothing. Anyway, off you go, Marsha, with your story.
So many years ago, I'd gone into a very exclusive clothes shop. It's not funny. Yes. So I'd gone into a clothes shop and went to try on some clothes, and there was someone next to me in the next changing room, and I recognised her. So we spent the next half hour trying on clothes, and we were very honest with each other, and I said to her, "That's really nice on you," and she said, "That's really nice on you," and then when we were totally honest with each other, after about half an hour, she came out of the changing room, and I said to her, "No, that's really not your colour, that just doesn't suit you," and she said to me, "This is what I came in wearing."
That's a good story. You can more. That was an actual good story. It had a punchline.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it coming.
No,
I thought she was going to be a famous person.
I thought she was going to say, like, Theresa May or something.
Yes. Yeah, in a kitten heel. Okay, one more. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And what's your name?
It's Gemma.
Gemma, lovely. And what do you do, Gemma?
I'm a full-time mum.
Oh, how many kids?
3.
3, what ages?
18, 14 and 12.
That sounds like trouble.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's in the teeth of the crocodile right now.
Yeah. No wonder you come out for the night. Yeah. All right, off you go with this story.
It was my first ever driving test, and I was extremely nervous. I was taking the test in my own car. So I got to the test centre, and the examiner came out, and she checked around the car to check it was safe. She got into the vehicle with me, and she had a little look around to check everything was OK. She noticed that on the front there was a little bag with nuts and bolts in, which she asked me to remove and put in the back of the car. I picked them up and I swung them, what I thought, between the seats, and I smashed the poor lady in the face. And I split her nose, and it was pouring with blood. And the poor lady was searching for a tissue for this whole time, and I ended up reversing into a fence.
Oh, bless. You can walk. You suffered it up. You suffered it up. Well done, everyone. If you'd like to find yourself in the show and have a go on the red chair, you can contact us via our website at this very address. That is it for tonight. Please say a huge thank you to my guests.